Aloha guys, Scuba Chris here. I was recently asked if there's a power knob for the Shimano Nexave. Now for the current models, which is I believe from 21 and up, the C dash in the model number dash XG, no, there isn't. But for the older Nexaves, which they called FLs, which I think was like from 20 and older, there is, and those are four-sided. Now, this is what I mean by four-sided. That stem there is a four-sided stem. So you're very limited on the type of reels that you can exchange this with. It has to be four-sided. Some are five, some are six. So this is an old four-sided stem, so it has to fit that. Now check this out. This is a gulcher. These gulchers are either five or six-sided. So you can see down here at the bottom, the stem is going to be five or six-sided, not four-sided. So even the gulchers will not work. Now this 70 millimeter power handle by Gomexus was meant for a Shimano, but specific models for um, Shimano, like Nasis and Stratix. So you notice that the stem here is threaded. So you have to be very careful what you choose. Now look at this one. This one here was meant for certain models of Daiwas, but this one is also unique. Let me show you why. Is because look, there's no protruding stem because it's recessed and it's threaded. So every model has a specific reason why it can and cannot be used. Now I have bags and bags of possibilities. These are gulchers and they're all different, but none of these will work with that style. These are all my preset power knobs. See, with the power handles. And all of these here will not work because of the configurations involved. Okay, so you're asking me, why is Gomexus doing this? Why aren't they making accessories for every type of reel? Now think about it. Would if you have the MSRP of inexpensive units going between $20 and $60 each, and you're charging roughly the same thing for a power assembly, it's not going to be worth your time, right? But there is a way around this. So instead of trying to tackle the problem head on, let's work around the problem. Instead of trying to get a power handle, why don't we just exchange the knobs? So what we do is we look at the choices of the knobs. Now, I noticed that even though some knobs would say for Daiwa, some would say for Shimano, they're interchangeable. I've been using Daiwa knobs and Okuma for a long time now, but it's the size of the knob that's most important. I would say that 38 millimeters is the correct size used for almost everything from a 3,000 all the way up to a 6,000 size, because I've been doing that for the past year and it seems to work. So in this case, I'll be using this one here. This is a 38 millimeter. It is the same color, blue and black, as the two reels in the back. So we're going to use this one. So I'm finding that the handle for the 3000 is pretty much the same as the 4000 without taking a micrometer or a weight scale. They are just eyeballing it, comparing it, overlaid to each other. It's pretty much the same thing. So um, I'm just going to go ahead and change out the handles of one, and that should take care of the other one because there's no way I'm going to use two reels at the same time. Okay, as you can see here, I just popped off the cap for the knob with using my dental tool, and I'm showing the screw head that's in there, and I'm going to use this screwdriver. Okay, just popped the knob off, and you can see the screw that's in there. That's the handle assembly, and that's the stem it came off of. Now this is a 38 millimeter size of the Gomexus power knob. They have all different colors. Chrome would match anything, but I like the black and blue for the black and blue reels. Perfect match, huh? Notice all the fittings you need comes in it. Now that knob there separates in half. and you need to open that so you can change it out. Okay, I just took out the screw with the washer. You notice it's all empty in there. So keep all your parts on one side so you don't lose them. And you don't need to grease them because they're already fairly well greased. Now this is the underside. Be careful with the plastic bushing. Put that safely on the side because you're going to need that to put it back in. This here is an exposed handle stem. It has a spacer and a washer on it. So put that on the side because they're going to put it back in and probably add to it. So you notice here I'm putting everything back together, and I've added an extra shim because I've learned from the past that you're always going to need an extra shim when you do work like this. So make sure all your parts are in order, and you can see everything goes back in order. So I just put back the top Phillips screw there with the washer. So just added the top half of the cap, and I gave it a light coat of oil. Oh man, look how well this thing spins. Okay, cleanup time. All your bag of accessories, I put everything back together, and I put it back in the original box. I also put the handle in there in case I ever need to come back and change it out and put back the original handle. Always good to have the original handle. Check out the little screw device. Make sure you don't lose that little cap, the screw cap. Is important. Now that's a four-sided, really tight stem. So it takes a little wiggling to get in there because it's going to be a really tight friction fit, as you can see. But that's good. It means a solid seal. Now there's going to be a little bushing, plastic bushing on the end of that cap. Don't lose it because that's what gives the friction when you screw that thing in like that. That's why you notice I back it off and screw it back in because it's working its way, threading its way through this metal screw, and it's going to lock up, and that way you can change it out if you're right-handed or left-handed. So there you go, the 4000 with a power handle. Woohoo! How does that look? So I just showed you that at least for the Shimano reels that have the four-sided, that will work with the power knobs. Now the power handles are, that's different. That's a complete set that you buy, but this is just adding on the knob to your current handle. So this I just showed you will work. You just have to spend maybe, I don't know, about 3 to 5 minutes, and you're done. You're out, and you're out fishing. So there you go, guys. Thank you. Okay, guys, 3-second video at the end. You got here the Gomexus knob I just added on. This is the 4000. So what we're going to do, as you know, I already had the 3000 because I had that on the side. So you guys saw that already. We're going to take off the spool of the 4. Put on the spool. This is, I showed another video of this. I bought a spool of a 5000. All right. So this way I can go out and I can use mono or braid because, as you know, mono is thicker, so it will take up more line. There you go. The 4 and the 5 are interchangeable, as you can just see. And now I can go out with just one reel, the 4000, with the original spool right here for the 4. And I had showed this on previous video that I got the spool of the 5000, which I think was like $15 or $18. So for $15, $18, I basically bought myself another reel, a 5000, a larger one with more capacity, and I got mono on this. So isn't that great? So there's your 2 videos in 1 bonus. Thank you.